first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ready? 60 or. Hey, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Now, this is just the fifth all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here taking place in Week 1, and they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002, but you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. They'll drop the throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down.
Set. 19. 47 to Mark, boy, 47. Check, 47.
On first down, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down, it's Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. There goes Duke Johnson. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 71 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. How to do better here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got the artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders, 39 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Texans.
Reset. 19. Mike 47. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Watson on first down. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Looking for his tight end Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Demario Davis. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw again. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 43 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Just like that. Just like that.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming up the left. Tighten up.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Complete, it's Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Watson. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys are able to regain the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. On the set. 55. Check. 55. Mike. Read it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. So we're at halftime of the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Deuce, hard.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. 3rd and 2, Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 4-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Ready, set. Man, I got you. Now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up to throw. This is caught by Ginn. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game.
There goes Duke Johnson. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets a made.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now back to throw. And incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches, they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
On 1st down, Johnson. Noah Spence in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Johnson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home. So
Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Houston, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charlie...